Yes, we are on live Coffee of Impetus, episode 8. I'm just going to let George do the introduction again. I'm so sorry about that. So, you guys will hear everything now. First off, again, sorry, George, who are you and what do you do?
So my name is George the My IG name is George the Plumber, and I am basically self-explanatory. I'm a plumber. I specialize in plumbing repairs, sewer, and boiler work. Um, yeah, it's basically my everyday. It varies every single job. I never know what I'm running into. So,
Sweet. How long have you been plumbing, George? I actually never asked that question.
how old are you?
I am 28 in 7 days.
26 years.
26 years. You've literally been plumbing ever since I was born.
That's why I asked that because I'm like, yeah, I usually get that reaction. This is my 26th year doing plumbing. So I've
Wow.
had my master's for almost 15 years now. So, you know,
How did you how
but
did you get started in it?
um, my dad was a general contractor, and we did a little bit of everything and kind of areas we worked in, and we did some plumbing, some jobs, and I liked that part of the job, and I wasn't doing good in school, so got me in a vocational program, and I did strictly plumbing, and I probably did about 6 months in the vocational program, and I actually got a job, and ever since then I've actually been doing plumbing kind of nonstop, since I was 17 years old. So
Were you always strictly drains and just plumbing when you were beginning, or how did the
I did.
process go?
It's hard because when I worked for a small shop, I was his first full time employee. I had my own truck for 6 months. I
Wow.
was basically yeah. I mean, from spilling primer in bathtubs, purple primer, yeah, primer in basement floors. When you're doing roughs, you don't know any better. You're learning, but
Yeah.
I did roughs probably for about 2 years, 3 years, and he started pushing me into service, and that's kind of where I really enjoyed the service part of it. You know, and I kind of learned on my own because I was on my own most of the time. So I messed up a lot, and I still mess up to this day, but it's part of what we do. You got to mess up to learn from your mistakes.
Heck
So
yeah.
yeah.
So for a lot of people who don't know, you are probably one of the best sellers that I've known when we're talking about sales calls and selling these jobs. Where did you get that skill from? Was it at an early age that you became a service tech that you start selling, or was it like under somebody that you were able to gain those skills?
So my first 8 years in the trade, I worked for my first company, and I was basically an hourly plumber. So I didn't really learn much there. I learned how to do my job. I learned how to just strictly fix, not upsell anything. Um, and I left that job because I couldn't buy a house. I wasn't making enough money to buy a house. So I went to work for my first flat rate company at I think in 2000. I think it was 2000 or 2001, and I learned a lot from that company. That company is where it was a number company where they had a number on the board every Thursday. They had a meeting. You had to beat these numbers.
Wow.
So and they pounded into you every Thursday a lesson how to deal with customers, how to actually from dealing with autistic kids, dealing with pets, how to deal with customers pushback, everything. They tell us every Thursday you had a lesson how to sell. From that point on, I worked for them probably for about 2 3 years, and I kind of went on my own and actually got into flat rate software. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, God bless you. Then I got into a flatware software system, and I had more training at that point where I went to California and did a week straight of training on how to sell and how to deal with customers. You know, so
Ooh, I'm allergic today.
yeah, yeah, it's the sun. You know, but I learned a lot that way. And it's trial and error. I've learned I'm like again mistakes. You deal with a customer, you don't sell a job, and you think about why you didn't sell a job, and you learn from your mistakes. You know, so
That's sweet. And
but
and then and then how did that heating experience come? Because you started doing a lot of more heating. I think you were telling me before as you were, hopping from different companies. Like when did you first get exposed to the heating and start doing like oil boilers and radiant heat and furnaces, etc.
um, the first company.
The first company
The
as
first
well.
company I worked for, but they were plumbing. Most companies in our area here are all plumbing heating guys. They're not really drain guys. They're plumbing and heating.
Ah,
Um, yeah, they don't really do a lot of drain work. They're mainly plumbers that knows how to do boilers. They don't all do oil burn service. Let me turn this off. They don't all do oil. They all mainly do gas, which is minimal service. So my first company I worked for, I learned how to do hydronic heating and steam boilers. When I switched to my second flat rate company, is when I got the exposure, everything else. I never did air conditioning, never cared for it, don't want to do it. I can do furnaces, I can do boilers, I can do steam heat, I can do radiant. Choose not to do radiant too much, but I do repair systems that are on it, you know. So, but it was really the second company who got me the most exposure. And then when I got my own, I started taking more classes to get myself better at what I do. And that's the key thing is, as much as I hated school when I was younger, I take every opportunity now to find a class to actually make myself better. You know, whether it's now these online classes, the webinars, which I try to do, but they're earlier than I can get home. So, but
And
I
they're
love
also
those things.
they're also in words, right? Because you have a problem
Yeah,
with words.
yeah. Oh God, I like videos. I'm a video guy.
I
That's why I was
remember
bad
that.
at school, man. I'm more, you know, if I can't do it with my hand, I can't watch it, I have trouble learning. You know, it's just how I've always been.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys notice, I talk very fast. It's just, you know, that's
Yeah,
just how I am.
it takes a
So,
while. It takes a while to get used to, but I'm glad I've known you for at least more than a year, so I'm
yeah,
used to that. I hear it every day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Most times I have to listen to it 3 or 4 times, but you do hear it.
I might need to
You know,
slow this video down for people afterwards.
they'll be like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
But
yeah, go ahead.
there was a short period of time where I did plumbing, but I also didn't actually I wasn't actually working for a plumbing company. I actually worked for myself subbing for another company. I did work for Habitat for Humanity for 3 years, building houses, and I was a site supervisor dealing with volunteers.
Like
So I
as
got that
a
aspect
building house, as in like carpentry, actually.
from footings to foundations to everything from the ground up. So I did
Wow.
that for 3 years. But also they also subbed my company in as a plumber due to plumbing those homes. But I also I got to learn more patience at working there because I was basically teaching volunteers don't even know how to swing a hammer and what kind of nail to build a house twice a day sometimes.
Yeah.
And that actually, believe it or not, I'm pretty shy. Believe it or not, you put me in front of the camera, I was horrible. Working for Habitat for Humanity, really, 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 because you have to do morning orientation with all the volunteers, kind of got me where I can actually talk in front of people now. You
Yeah.
know, which actually helped open me up a little more and made me more confident. You know, so
That's a
but
pretty good
that was a good
skill.
time.
It definitely is. Like
Yeah,
I used to go when I first started. I used to go to a lot of business networking events, and
yeah,
I remember the first time I was there. I just had to get over myself and be able to speak public in front of at least 15, 20 people because
yeah,
it's a hard feat. But when you do get
yeah,
it, it just helps you become more confident in selling,
yeah,
in talking,
yeah,
everything else.
yeah. And the selling thing is again, the confidence is important. Like you said, you got to have the confidence. If you want to talk to customers and actually tell them and make them feel confident, you know what you're talking about. You have to show it in your face.
You gotta empower
If you
them.
have any doubt and your eyes roll or anything like that, you're done. You are done. They're gonna feel that you have no idea what you're talking about.
You have
You know.
any stutter with the in that
Yeah.
sentence, you're
Yeah.
done.
But usually when it's a product I'm pushing, I know that product in and out. I'm confident about it, and it's usually not an issue. That's because I spent time trying to figure out the product and understanding it. So I kind of you know, I kind of have every answer for them if they ask a question. You know.
We should
But
come
yeah.
back one day to revisit, like maybe a couple months afterwards, and we'll start doing a business course with George online.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I always wanted to record my conversation with customers. Lately, it's been kind of iffy, but you know, I have a lot to learn. I mean, I listen. I try to listen to some podcasts sometimes when I'm by myself and just try to play them, but they're not really based on what we do, so it's kind of hard. But I still pick something up that
Yeah,
I want to try, and I try it. You know, whether it works or not. But you kind of you go to a whole series of podcasts and pick up one thing. I'm like,
yeah,
I want to try that. You know, so but that's what makes my job fun. My job is actually, you know, having a customer happy. They actually bought something that they're going to be happy with.
yeah,
You know, not just making the repair and walking out the door and then feeling no value in the job of what I did. I can't stand that. I feel guilty when I take their money and I can't show value in the job. You know,
yeah.
and really, it's bad. You know, so
No, I feel you. You
but
definitely want to give the customer the bang for their buck.
yeah,
We had a customer like that today too, actually, and I got pretty choked because they were implying that we were trying to sabotage their home, and I was just like, if that's what you believe, take a full refund and try somebody else because I'm not here to take your money.
yeah. And honestly, the refund is so much better than getting a bad review and getting smashed online.
Yeah,
Just take your money back and just make believe we've never been here before.
yeah.
You know.
I mean,
Yeah.
we tried our best. If that's what you believe in, then you know that's what we're gonna throw back at you because we're just not here for your money. Like I don't need time for that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm here to actually, make a living and actually fix your issue. So if you think we're here to
Yeah.
sabotage, to want to come in and sabotage, then you're
Yeah.
looking for the wrong company.
Honestly, the funny thing with me is too, no matter what job I do, I really enjoy having the customer sit next to me. I'll put a freaking chair down. So you can sit right there. You can ask me any question you want. You can actually talk to me while I'm working. As long as you're not in my way, you can stay there all day long. I don't care. And
you,
it doesn't bother
you
me. I
walk into
seriously,
the job site and you're like bringing a chair with you, and they're like, "What's this chair for?" "Oh, it's for you."
it's for you. Oh no, I've done that. I've actually I've sat customers down and said you can sit right there. You can hang out with me all day long because I'm by myself anyway. So it gives me someone to talk to in the first place. Because I'm always by
Yeah.
myself. So I don't mind it, and they really like that. Believe it or not, the ones who actually care or actually know about what I'm doing in their house will actually hang out with me. Not so much lately, but usually yes.
Yeah. There are people like that.
Yeah.
I actually like that too, and I prefer it. Sometimes, yes, they do hawk you, they do watch over you, but if you give them
Yeah.
a good conversation to talk about, it definitely
Yeah.
will change the whole atmosphere.
I had one boiler I did, and the customer was always you could tell when I was doing a boiler, he'll pop in and out all day long. That guy probably was on Amazon buying more tools that day, but he said, "Oh, I never saw it before. Where you buy that Amazon?" He kept buying tools as I pulled them out. I think he spent more money in tools that day than the boiler install, but they kept jumping on buying tools from pipe slice to Nipex. He's like, "Oh my god."
Was he a plumber as well, or what was he?
He owns multiple houses,
Oh, so he's
so
just
he's
buying
always
them for
doing work.
fun. He's just like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. He bought the Copex pipe slices. He bought the Nipex. He bought the smooth jaws, and like it's funny. He just kept buying tools. And the more I pulled him out, the more he saw, the more he bought. But that's good though. That guy's gonna use this forever. Which is perfect. So it doesn't really bother me. So again, I don't mind them as long as they're not. I turn around and I step on them.
Yeah.
That I can't deal
They're
with,
not hovering above you right in your face.
Yeah.
That's my breaking point. I really don't mind them watching as long as they're not in my face.
Yeah. And I know we talked about my job situation. So I've probably had, let's see, in the past 26 years of me doing plumbing, I worked for one company twice, total of 11 years. That was the install company where I did installs constantly. I worked for my first job was where I started a company. So that's 11 years. Then I did the flat rate job. Then I worked for a little store. So worked for a little plumbing shop that was a store that sells parts. I learned all the parts for repairs. Friggin' unbelievable. I basically know so many stems, it's crazy. Then I went on my own. I went to work for Habitat for a little while as I was working my own. I went and worked in New York City as a service plumber for 3 years. Service plumber for about a year and a half, and then I was sales for about another year and a half in New York City. I went being sales. Came back here, went back to my first job. That's why I repeated for 3 years, doing nothing but installs, doing about 90 boilers a year. Or the
90 boilers a year. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was brutal. That's the reason why.
That's literally a boiler every day.
It was sometimes 2 a week, 2 a week, 2 a week, sometimes 3 a week.
Wow.
That's but I got down to that prefab, down to science. And from that point on, I took that job, and I was hoping to pilotized the system like I did.
Yeah.
And jump back into service and hopefully make it so I can have anybody do this boiler, nice and simple. I don't have to do them anymore, and go back and start servicing all the equipment I put in.
Yeah.
And come to find out, that was never going to happen. I was going to stay as an installer because I turned it was a 3-guy job to me and a helper went in a day and a half.
I don't know how you do it. Like I've been around. I mean, I could never do a room by myself. I probably can, but it would take me 3 times the amount of time that you would do one.
You know what? It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of planning, and I do not. So if I bring the boiler into the job, right, I'll do all the copper first, 100%. I will not do anything else till all the copper's done. Once all the copper's done, as I'm finishing, I'm taking away, finishing, taking away, finishing, taking away. As I'm taking away, I'm bringing the next job in. So I don't start the next job until the boiler's full of water. When the boiler's full of water, I'll do the gas piping. Once the gas is done, I put all that away, and I work on the condensate. And then the electric's usually the last thing I do. So I don't have the whole job packed out.
Yeah.
It's usually as I need it, I bring it in, and I focus on just getting that particular job done and go to the next job. And it's usually harder when I have a helper that doesn't really know, or someone who's working that doesn't know my pace, because I have to load the whole job to keep him busy as well. So that makes it sometimes harder for myself. And
because you have to plan for him as well, but then his speed would be different. And while you're planning for his speed, you just dwindled on your own.
Yeah, correct. So mean, sometimes you do need help. There's no way around it. Even to set the panel, you need help. But sometimes you're better off just to put the music on and just go and just build by yourself, and it's fun, But it is time consuming, and it is definitely rough on the body. It definitely kicks my ass, But I do make it as a challenge sometimes. That's the problem, is that I have no pace myself. I push till I break.
Yeah.
That's just how I've always been, and it happens, So, but they are fun. I don't know if I would want to do it every single day.
No,
no way.
I get you. Like, I like the installs, and they kind of make good money as well. But I think at the end of the day, as you were saying, even like drain cleaning makes even better money, to be honest. If I were to have a choice
honestly,
again, I would probably just go all out on it.
And the drain cleaning part, if you get a call back at drain cleaning, callbacks are usually more money, because now there's a reason why there's a callback. So now you're trying to find that problem to sell the next step, because it came back again.
Yeah.
Because usually you do a good job snaking a drain. So callbacks are always money. Drains are always money. I mean, so no matter, even if it's a callback, there's a reason why it's a callback. Either you didn't do a good enough job, or there's something else you missed that now you're gonna catch. So now you can sell the next job.
Yep. 100%.
So and material wise, almost nothing. It's just all
the cost of your tools.
Yep, that's it.
And with you, you have a full cyclone. You have a full cyclone squad on your end.
Yeah. The Cat 5, the 200 foot, and all the bare cables. And which I got a job tomorrow. Hopefully, if the guy calls back, I'll be doing a laundry line in the slab that everybody's been trying to clear multiple times, and they just can't get it.
What's your option? You descaling the hell out of it?
I'm just gonna run a single chain first, get it clear, and throw the double chain down, and go after that. That's it. So.
Your videos were good though. When Cyclone first started, I told them they had some really shitty ass instructions, and it was through one of your videos that my guy kept saying, "Oh, you need 2 people to oil it up." I'm like, "No, you don't. Look at George's video. He does it himself."
Yeah. Actually, on the bigger cable, I actually have a little cup made up that it's a 3 by inch and a half coupling with a 1.5 by 1/2 inch male bushing with a 1/2 inch shark bite coupling. I take the chain off the end. I slap it on the sheath. I fill it. I hit the pedal, and it sucks it through.
Damn.
That's it. The 5/16, I pull it out, and I actually just run sleek. I run the Wolverine brass grease down the whole cable and slide it in. That's it.
So Jason, if you're watching this is how it's done. I think Jason is in here. Jason's always like, I can't get the cyclone to work. I'm like, well, George can, so there must be a human error here.
I am still, believe it or not, on the original 5/16. I don't want to say it. I'm not gonna say it, but I'll probably break it tomorrow.
we are as well, but ours did break. And honestly, though, I like Cyclone, but at the end of the day, I do like the rigid one as well a lot more, just because there's a lot less maintenance on the rigid one.
Yeah. Well, the only thing, they're all great. They all do a great job. Rigid did an awesome job introducing us to that technology that we didn't know existed, even though it's been out there. The other companies never did a good job pushing it, and so Rigid did. But the cost difference, it's huge. I mean,
it is.
I could break 2 Cyclones and are Rigid. It's in the shop broken 3rd time.
Shit.
And you can't fix it.
You have to have that new part, don't you? Like it's always that part, that bracket part at the very end.
It snapped off. They snapped at the end, right at the connection. So they I don't know if they didn't I don't know if they didn't do the clutch right. I'm not sure if they did right, but it snapped.
I've heard from Danny that part of it is also because it depends if you have a manual clutch or an electric clutch as well.
The fuels are the worst.
Yeah.
The fuel drill is the worst drill for that, because the clutch in that, it really does not really react as fast as you think it should be. Like I run my 5/16 on the fuel on 2.
Oh.
And sometimes 2 doesn't even react. It doesn't. I have to have it in my hand and feel it.
The older models had a better clutch than the newer models, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing.
Yep. I got the new smaller one, and that does not like it. The other downfall to these chains, I'm my 4th drill.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm just burning drills up. Not so much now because I got the Cat 5, but before that I was eating drills up like crazy, because I was descaling lines with cordless drills and 12 amp hour batteries. So I'm running that drill, and it got the Bosch. I burned 2 Bosch drills up. I give up on it. Bosch is done. I put it in the garage. It's done.
You had that whole package saying that you're gonna rotate to Bosch, didn't you?
and I killed all the drills. I killed the bandsaw. Killed the sawzall. I killed the hammer drill. I killed everything. I just killed it all in like a month. I'm like, yeah, forget it.
It didn't pass the test of time for real.
Nope. I killed the Milwaukees too, but they lasted a little longer. But yeah, I mean that's the only downfall. It's like eating drills up. But I think the technology is going to change. I think Terry's going to come a long way. I think I really hope he improves on the 5/16 and makes it as simple as the Cat 5. Oh, I would love that.
I hope so.
You know,
Honestly, for what
be,
he's done so far, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, so his Cat 5. Since we're talking about his stuff, let's talk about the Cat 5. I've had the Cat 5 since right after Wet Show. Yeah, I've actually broke the cable like 3 or 4 times, but I've lost an inch every single time. I got my Allen keys, I put it back together, and went right back to work. And it's usually my fault, because I know what I'm doing, and you hear the drill. That drill is screaming and whining at you, and I'm like, maybe I can go a little more. Maybe I can go a little more. Maybe I can go a little more. I was starting here, snap. I should have stopped. And usually when I do like a when I'm doing a job, when I'm descaling a big job, I'm there for 3 hours. When I get home at that night, I pull the cable out, I clean the whole thing, put it back together again. Just so I get all that scale out of the cable in the sheath, and you can hear it. You can hear the grit inside the sheath with the cable, so you know you gotta clean it. You know,
and it gets a lot harder. It gets a lot harder to spin as well. From
correct. You know, and with the cordless drills, you start adjusting the clutch and raising it up, clean it. You're having problems. You know, but I mean, I'm still in original 5/8. I mean, the original 3/8, the 2 3/8, I still have those, and I still have everything original.
You
know, I
probably
still
lost
haven't
15
modified
inches on those ones already. Is that what you're saying?
On those? No, on the Cat 5?
Yeah.
No, I lost about 5 inches.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's it. Yep. Because I've lost. It just snapped off an inch every single time. And again, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep trying to break it. I'm trying to break that 11-inch piece that he has between it. That's what I'm trying to do.
We'll see what happens with that one. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the show a little bit.
Okay.
So for some people who don't know, actually, I've been through your page and I've been talking to you before. You actually had like a weight problem back in the day. So
yes.
on Twitch, I put a comparison picture of you in a red shirt and you're in a Dre Mob shirt. I don't know how many years later. What happened there, and why did you decide that you needed to, lose this type of weight?
So, I've been bouncing up and down weight probably, I would say, most of my life. I would do weight loss programs, and I would do freaking great on the program. And then once I had that one food, it would always open the floodgates to me back to normal, back to eating again.
Is it McDonald's?
And I would keep getting. No, actually, sometimes it's pizza. Just that one slice of pizza, and I was done. I was done after that pizza. I'm like, you know what? Now I can have McDonald's. Now I can have Burger King. Let's have that burger I've been wanting. And so it would go bad from that point on. So about July 24th of this year will be 3 years. I had my gastric sleeve surgery. I regret not doing it sooner. I went from a 44 waist to a 2XL shirt to a medium shirt and 32 waist.
Wow. What kind of surgery was it again?
Gastric sleeve.
Oh.
They took about 85% of my stomach away, and they put me. I guess they have I forgot what they call it, a little pouch, so it slows my consumption down. I don't have much of an appetite. I don't really eat a lot of. I don't really eat a lot of white stuff. I try to stay away from breads, rice, pasta as much as possible, which is hard being Puerto Rican, not eating rice. So I don't really eat rice anymore. Very minimal on that stuff like that. And my weakness is potato chips and popcorn, and sometimes candy and vodka, of course. That's about it.
Cranberry.
Yeah. But usually, I don't do a lot. I don't really have much appetite anymore, so I don't go crazy on food anymore. So I'm not really always hungry.
So do you ever kind of cheat yourself into pizza every so often?
All the time. I'll eat half of a slice. So that's it. Sometimes I'll get a burger and I'll eat a couple bites of the burger with the bun and just pull the inside out and eat half the meat and I was done. That's it. I can't eat much more than that. So.
Oh, well, you're doing great so far. I mean, you look good.
Yeah. Still, it's kind of. I think I got a little winter weight this year because I've been home a lot, but I'll get it back off by summertime. Now it's like 91 degrees today.
A little bit, but I don't think you're ever going back to that size. You were actually honestly when you said you were big and you showed some pictures, they were big, but I went through
I had no neck.
all the way back. It was even bigger.
Oh, I had no neck. I literally, and that's the reason for my beard. I'm kind of COVID. I gotta wait for my barber to open up. I messed up last time, so I'm trying to let it grow so he can do it. But the reason why I grow the beard and cover here up is it covers up this right here. This is the only thing I have that shows that I was overweight is my neck. Other than that, I have nothing else that shows. So.
That's why the beard's there. We got it. So another thing I
Yep.
want to ask, is it also true that you can fit the toilet fill valve within a minute?
Yeah. So was it 2 years ago? Yeah, no, last year. Went to the PHCC and we swapped. So on the fairness, everything was hand tight. So I swapped flapper, toilet handle, fill valve, from one toilet to another in 59 seconds, blindfolded. So
that video is on your page somewhere. So if you guys want to see it, you guys should check out George's page.
Yeah, I had to do it twice because actually someone, believe it or not, tied me.
Someone tied you. So when you beat that guy the second time, how many more seconds quicker were you?
That was 59 seconds. The first time I was a minute 13 seconds.
Oh shit.
And he actually, it was a minute 13 seconds. So I'm like, I gotta do this again. I didn't want to do it. My wife talked me into it. I didn't want to do it. So I got minute 13 seconds. I had to lead. I'm like, I got this. Very last two guys, the guy tied me.
Wow.
So we had to do it again. And he dropped one of the nuts on the ground. So that's how he lost. Yeah. So.
Did he go back to try the 59 seconds to challenge it?
No, he did first, and he dropped one. He dropped one of the parts, and I think he wound up doing almost 2 minutes.
Oh man.
So, yeah, and I came in 59 seconds after that. So,
nailed it.
But yeah, it was fun. Thanks to the life for pushing me.
We need to find that one year at the wet show as well. You got to start something to see how fast you can unclog this pipe or something.
Yeah, they should do that. They should do competition like that wet show. That's pretty fun,
Yeah, you get more engagement on a booth.
Yeah. Yeah, wet show's fun. I love that show. I can't wait till next year. So.
I'm not sure if I'm going yet, but maybe, or maybe Hacks. Is Hacks still happening this year?
I have airfare and hotel booked.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm supposed to go in South Carolina in 2 weeks for vacation, Myrtle Beach. But Myrtle Beach right now is pretty much a hot spot right now. So we're not going. We're not going to risk it.
A hot spot.
My wife's type 1 diabetic. Yeah, they're getting huge spikes there. So we don't want to risk it. Pennsylvania already has it. If you come back from South Carolina and go to Pennsylvania, you have to self-quarantine for 2 weeks.
You do.
So, yeah. So.
All right.
Not risking it.
I feel you. So the next question I do got for you, George, is your logos. So let's go with the first one first. The one that looks like Mario. Not that one. That's your second one.
No, that's my first one. That's the sitting on the toilet.
No, that's your first one, but I'm talking about the original one, the G.
The G is my second one.
Really? I thought the G came out first.
No, the G was my second one. This was my first one. The G came up because when I started doing hats and shirts, this didn't look on a hat.
Ah, I see.
So I had
too
to
much
come
detail,
something different.
right?
It was too much detail. We tried it. It was just too much for a hat. It looks great on the back of a shirt, but too much for a hat. So I had to come up with something different. And I thought about it for a while. And I went back and forth. And the G works out perfect. The Mario font and the G looks like a Mario, and I said that's it.
That's good. That's where it comes from.
So back to that. Obviously, I grew up playing Marios. I loved Game of Thrones, and of course, I'm a plumber. So I kind of I saw it came up as an Xbox. This is kind of I think an Xbox gamer logo. They had Mario sitting on Xboxes on consoles. I'm like, let's sit him on a toilet, holding a plunger, fittings on the ground, and pipe wrenches around as Game of Thrones. And the guy who designed it for me hit it on the money the first shot. Except I had him take off the mustache and add a red beard. That's all. And change the M to G on the top. You're right. There was a G on that, wasn't there? You're right. I didn't think about that. There was a G on that. So we had him change the M to G on the hat, and that was all we did. That's it.
That's not bad. So are you gonna decide to the next show to wear some coveralls and have like an actual Mario hat? Because I'd be pretty excited.
No. I don't wear coveralls. Unless TrueWorks had some T1s or T2 coveralls, I would have those. The bibs.
Oh yeah, they're nice.
If they came out a lighter version of the bibs, I would have bibs. But I can't do them. I like my belt.
I'm still sad about that Panda backpack. I actually got so drunk that night. I don't even know where the hell my backpack went.
I know where she probably has it someplace.
Who has it? I think Devin saw it last. Oh, the bartender. That was funny.
Yeah.
Gave her memories. That was a good time.
That was rough. Oh my god. Yeah, that was good. You know, that was a good time. I really enjoyed wet show, and I'm definitely doing AHR, and I'm definitely doing wet show next year. So I really want to go to Ish. I gotta figure out
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
it's just
I
coming
really
in
want
like
to do that.
February, right?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how I make that work. But I really want to. I really want to. I really want. I really want to cross overseas and do shows there. I really want to go overseas and work for other people. I really want to do that.
I want to follow Nample for a day. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, right. So my actual goal is probably either 2021 is I actually want to travel across the country at least 3 to 4 times a year and go work for another plumber for a week. I want to do that. That's what I want to do and learn different things in different places. Not even our country, anywhere. Go to Canada,
Yeah.
go to across the ocean, go to Germany. Go to I want to do that. I want to learn. It's only gonna make me better. I'm gonna learn something. I might learn one thing I'm gonna want to use the rest of my life. Maybe I'll get better at bending copper.
I feel you. That's
So
that's what I've been doing the whole time. Every time I travel, I'm gonna find a plumber to follow.
yeah. Yeah, jump on Instagram. So I'm going to here. Everybody want to work for you for a day? My wife, I went to Atlantic City for my daughter's dance competition. I took a day and went to go work with John Snyder for a day.
I
That
remember
was
that
fun.
one.
That was during his world takeover. So it was
How was that actually? You never really explained that experience. How was that experience of John Snyder?
It was good. Actually, it was a lot of fun. When we cut that 8-inch stack live in the hospital, I recorded every minute of it. I was hoping to see flow, just things. Boop, boop, boop. I was like, please, let's record something drop down between pipes so I can record it. Nothing. Only a little bit of water. I was so upset. But no, working with Snyder is fun. Those guys are animals. They are straight up just knock it out. There's no slowing down. It's like bang, bang, bang. It was crazy. I actually took his phone away from him and started recording. Because I was kind of in the way most of the times. I don't know their flow.
Yeah.
So I just started recording. So I recorded that day for him. I was there.
That's good content for him.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it. That must have been fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And I really enjoyed. I really want to do more of that. Just again, it's just a learning experience. I might pick up something someplace else that they don't know. They'll pick up something from me, and that'll be awesome too. Like my plaster. I think people don't know plaster now. People do plaster a lot.
Oh my God, the plaster of Paris. I remember those posts.
Between the plaster of Paris and how much do I get my balls busted for the EO cables? How much? Crazy. And the ones who bust my balls the most actually now use them. That makes me laugh all the time. I love it.
Hey, you gotta break that stigma.
Yeah, it works. It works great. I just used it twice today. So it works. It's just it's different.
We haven't tried plaster of Paris yet, but maybe we'll try it one day. Have it.
Yeah, just you mix it like peanut butter.
Mix it like peanut butter. Hey Jason, so we're gonna buy some plaster of Paris next. He's in
Home
here.
Depot or
He'll
Lowe's.
listen.
Yeah, Home Depot or Lowe's. They have it. My plumbing supplies actually have it too. They stock it on the shelves. So, but.
So going back to some of these things, what are some things that you absolutely like doing right now at this point of your career? Would you say doing drains was something that you just love, or? Drains,
honestly, the dirtier, the harder the job is the ones I want. I love those jobs. When I go to a customer's house and I know there's history in that house and they've been there before, I want to find out why there's history. I want to throw the camera down. I want to find out why they had so many problems. I want to know whether I can fix it or not. I want to know why they're having so many problems and hopefully give them a solution to make it go away. That's what I love about drain work. That makes it a lot of fun. And if I can fix it, and make it go away without major expense, that's even better too. But,
so even digging the crap out of that lawn, you're in it for that long run.
Oh yeah. I want digging, no problem. Digging, I do eventually want to get into liners. I want to do lining. I want to learn lining in the worst way. I think there's a market for that. I think it could be something that could be done.
There definitely is. I think it just depends on where it is and who wants to start it up first. Because even for our end, I was looking for somebody to do lining for a while, and DaCosta was able to find somebody. But after he found somebody, that same guy, he deleted. He didn't delete. He sold all his equipment because he just said lining. There wasn't any market for lining. Yeah.
I mean, as long as you draw a camera down every single line, most of the time you can find what's wrong with it. That's important. You got to have a camera. You have a micro camera, you got to have a full-size camera. It has to go. You have to throw a camera down, even if it's for free, for a customer to find out what the problem is, and hopefully that camera and the line will sell the next job.
Yep.
So you'll make more money because you threw the camera down. You can't see it as you need to charge for the camera. You need to see it. You can hopefully sell the next job with the camera.
Always sell with the camera.
Yep. Yep.
So other than drains, let's talk about something that you don't like doing. What are the things you hate doing right now? I know installs are one of them. I don't think you hate them, but it's just that you
I
don't
don't hate
like.
the installs. I'm burnt out, and right now I
Yeah.
don't want to bring it. And if I sell one tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Because I will. That's the kind of person I am. I won't be happy about it, but I'll do it. What I hate the most, I would say, is dishwashers. I hate dishwashers. If I never installed a dishwasher in my life, I would be happy. I cannot stand dishwashers. Just something about dishwashers, I cannot stand.
I used to be okay with dishwashers, but ever since they kept making these newer models that somehow, like Bosch started making the models where somehow you have to go within another drawer space or cabinet space to put the electrical.
Double drains, double water. I'm like, oh my god.
Everything gets fucking worse all of a sudden. It just became a whole new world. They became boilers all of a sudden.
Oh god, yeah. And then the worst part is that Home Depot and Lowe's charges what, $89 to install a dishwasher? I'm not gonna do a dishwasher for $89. No way. So that makes it so much worse because now you have to compete with the home centers doing dishwashers for nothing.
I'd rather go back home for cranberry vodka, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. Go home and relax and don't even think about it. Yeah, but that's probably my least favorite thing is dishwashers. Technically, really appliances in general. I'm not really an appliance guy. I can't stand appliances. I feel like I'm gonna damage someone's floor when I touch someone's appliance.
Have you tried fixing them? Have you tried fixing dishwashers?
Nope. Don't even try. Nope. Actually, no. I fixed mine in my house, but that's about it.
That's what I've always said. I've always told the customers, like, dude, if it's only for myself, I would fix it. But if it's for somebody else, I will never try to figure it out because I'm not going to the shop to search for like 20 brands of dishwashers to help you find that valve.
Nope. And I don't do this for a living. I'm not good at it. I'm not even gonna try. So I don't even bother.
You become more expensive. You become more expensive doing it. That's the problem.
Yeah. Correct. Then you gotta have specialty tools and everything. I'm like, no, you need to find an appliance company. So
they're gonna charge just as much anyways. At least they're more set up for it.
Oh no, they charge more here. They charge a flat fee to come out, which is actually more than my hourly rate sometimes.
Damn.
So yeah, it's crazy. That's why I don't want to call them.
There's a bit for everything. What are some things moving forward? Are you gonna try to learn like AC as well, or anything towards HVAC, or it's just strictly plumbing, heating?
No, just plumbing, heating, drains. That's really it. I don't see myself really ever getting into air conditioning. Now that there's a master HVAC license required in New Jersey, which I was not. I was grandfathered in, but I missed that 6-month window to get grandfathered in. They only give a 6-month window, and they didn't really do a good enough job like letting us know about it, but they didn't want us to know about it. So the window came and went, and a lot of us didn't get it.
That's crappy. It's better to get in there and get grandfathered.
Yep. So you can't even do it. Now you can't even get the apprenticeship program unless you're basically a union.
Damn.
So which is fine. I'm not worried about it too much. There's still plenty of work out there, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like we have no work. So.
Awesome. Well, I got some other couple questions for you. I know you have last 2 questions. Something about Instagram. You post your dogs a lot. How many dogs do you currently have? I think you have 3. Am I wrong, or is it 2?
I have three dogs. Rosie, she's a German Shepherd Foxhound mix. Ruby, which is my one that stops me all the time and hangs out with me all the time. She is, I think, a massive Rottweiler mix. And my wife's dog, which is the smallest one, about 30 pounds. She is a Boxer Pug mix. So, yeah, she's the boss.
Wow.
The small one.
How old are they? How old are they now?
They're all like a little over 2 years old.
Oh, they're all like pretty much the same age then.
Yeah, they're all nuts. They're all nuts, and they're all puppies, and they all want to attack me walking the door.
I wish my dog cuddled me as much as your dogs cuddle you. My dog's tiny.
The 90 pounder, she wants to be on top of me. If I grab my phone when I come home, she slaps me with her paw. I'm not allowed to touch my phone. I have to have my hand on her chest.
I love those videos. I love those dog videos.
Yeah. I do have a page for my dog. I don't post that too much. I forget.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
It got too much. Been running too many pages now. I had to start giving one to my girlfriend to run.
Yeah, one page is enough. One page is more than enough. just it's hard enough to sometimes make content for one page. I have to have multiple pages, So I don't see it's just too much, you know. So
Definitely is a lot of work, especially with TikTok too, because I know you just you start posting a little bit on TikTok, but still not as much.
nah, I tried to. I can't figure it out. Um, I did have a video go viral, so it helped me a lot. But I cannot figure it out for the life of me. I could post an awesome video and get like nothing.
I
I'm not sure how
I
to post it.
I love and hate TikTok. It's such a love-hate relationship because it always also depends on your demographic. Because
Yeah,
you certainly had a really nice video, and I've made so many videos on TikTok that actually went viral. I'm talking about like 2, 3, 4, 5 million videos. I have at least 5 to 7 of them, and
yeah,
even when I had that many views and likes, the conversion for a follower still did not make it. Versus when
yeah,
you guys went viral for a video, it literally popped you guys up to 30, 40K.
yeah, yeah. I posted that one video, and that one video, the one video I posted, I think had 22 million views,
That's crazy.
and it was just that one video alone put me at almost 60,000 followers.
Yeah,
I mean, for like a month straight, my phone I had turned notifications off. I turned it off. It was bad. I just turned them off.
that was crazy. Your kids are on it a lot from what I saw. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, my daughter's on all the time. She doesn't like that I have that many, but I have no control of that. It just happened.
Yeah.
So
And she
I wish to have
just
another video. So,
you just gotta post,
but
what they say, 3 to 4 videos a day, and that's what I've been going at all the time.
yeah.
It's hard to even make that content, honestly. Like, jeez.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And there's gotta be videos. It's really hard. I don't always do videos. I do a lot of pictures, but 3 to 4 day is a lot of work. It really is. It's like
Yeah.
it's a job.
It's a full-time job.
And YouTube, forget it. I have not even figured it out yet. I have a page on YouTube. I'm posting on there once in a while, but I just can't focus to post on all three of them. It's just, Facebook. That's like whenever I feel like it, it's nothing.
And,
That's
and
really
that's what I say nowadays. I tell people I don't really do the plumbing side anymore. I just do the marketing for
Yeah.
Impetus.
yeah, yeah. And that's huge though. It keeps the guys rolling.
Yeah.
You know,
It's hard
that's
for me as
important.
well, anyways, because like I can't grab a van out of nowhere out of my ass and just go to a service call. Like they're driving all the vans. Where the hell am I gonna get a van from? I can't work from a sedan.
Yeah, yeah. And now you have no tools.
Yeah, and I got no tools. I'll get some
Yeah,
more. I think insurance will cover it sooner or later, but we'll find out.
yeah.
So
That's
I'm
a
gonna
pain
go.
though.
The next picture that
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to for your Instagram is the one I showed you earlier, where you're inside this ditch and you're
yeah,
just looking up at it. So tell me a
yeah.
little bit more about that and what's happening in this situation.
So we had to open up the street because we had a broken sewer line from the home to the street. If I'm mistaken, I think that was like 8 foot down. So we had to put shoring boxes for obviously for the depth. But that was I think that was probably it was definitely in the winter. I'm trying to think how that might be like 3 years ago at the last job I had where I went back to doing service at the company. It was a mainline call at nighttime. I couldn't clear. It just wasn't long enough, and come to find out that it was broken at the street. So the town actually paid the company I worked for to actually dig it up and fix it. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. It was an easy repair. It took longer to set up with the shore box and do the job itself.
It looked deep.
So
Yeah, it looks hella deep.
it
Like,
was deep.
what is it like?
It was deep.
I'm assuming about
I think it
12
was.
feet.
I don't know if it was 12. It might have been like 8. It might have been 8. So
No.
it was
Okay.
deep.
Well, aren't you
Yeah.
like 6 feet already? Because this looks like it's about like more than 2 feet above you.
It might have. You know what? It might have been. I can't remember how deep it was. It was deep though. It was. We did have an extension ladder to get into it. So on the other side.
How long did that job take you? Did you guys do the backfill as
Um,
well?
we hire excavators here. They do all the digging, do all the shore boxes. We just lay the pipe in, and then we leave. That's it.
Wow.
And they
Okay.
pave the road. So
Not even your
yeah, we
problem
don't do any.
anymore.
We don't even do excavating at all. Most of us don't. Most farmers don't because it's not worth the liability. Um, they could dig the hole, put the pipe in, they could backfill. You can leave, go to your next job. You don't have to rely on having the backfill and do all the grading and make it look nice. You can just leave and go make more money. So
Yeah, I feel you. That's
yeah,
a good way.
yeah,
That's a good way to go at it. Do the stuff that
yeah,
you're good at and the specialties that your
yeah,
company does.
yeah. But sorry, I'm driving.
Sweet.
Long
No,
spoken
it's
English.
all good. It's all good. That was the last question of
Yeah.
the day, and I
Yeah.
thank you again for coming today.
Oh, no problem. Sorry for being late, man. Just they drew me a service call. They drew me a main line at 6:30. I'm like, I went to. I literally drew 64 feet of cable on that line, got that lid cleared up, and back in the truck by 7:10.
That was fast. We were on a phone call at 3, and I was like, George will definitely finish by 4. I was
Yeah.
pretty sure you were
Yeah.
gonna kill it.
So was I. But nope. I had a couple calls. I went to give an estimate on a laundry line. No one else can. The guy, they can't clear it, but he won't let me try it. He wants to do what the other guy's gonna do for a
Yeah.
little less money, which is fine. It's an easy job. But I can get my cables down to T. He says, but he can't. I can. Well, I want to clean out anyway. Okay, I'll give you a clean out. So I'm hopefully going back tomorrow for the clean out and throwing a cyclone down to clear the line.
That's
So
perfect.
you know, but this was fun. It didn't take long. It wasn't too bad. You know, I can't wait to see it get posted later on.
That's
So, but
awesome.
yeah,
But I'm gonna be ending the recording soon, not the stream. So if you want to stay on the stream, it's fine. But oh,
yeah.
but for your end, your camera went off. But for your end, is there anything you want to say to the audience or let people know of what's coming up next, or anything that you have for the next show, or even a giveaway whatsoever that's happening that you want to let people know about?
So I am planning on doing. I have my 20,000 followers coming up. I'm probably about a little over 3,000 followers. I think I'm actually, you know what, 3,300 followers away. Um, I'm trying to figure out the giveaway yet. I'm gonna start asking and start see what I can get. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm planning something pretty big. So I'm not really sure what yet though. Should be pretty fun. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to that. So if you guys don't know,
Yeah.
follow George at George the Plumber on Instagram and on TikTok. And look out for that giveaway. And again, thank you guys for coming to Coffee of Impetus today. Anything you want to see next week, I think we have another special guest that's coming on. And today we thank George once again for being here. George, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me on. It was fun.
All
I'm
right.
glad I was able to make it, and I know my shift usually ends at 8 o'clock, so which is 8 o'clock now. So it actually worked out pretty good.
And that's perfect timing. So thank you guys for being
Yeah.
here. You guys have a good one.